Hello, welcome to CBC. I'm Vladislav Vashishin and you are watching Frankly Speaking analytical program. At this time we are going to talk about Azerbaijani-South Korea bilateral relations as two countries celebrate 25th anniversary of the diplomatic relations. Today our guest is Chang Gyu, the ambassador of the Republic of South Korea to Azerbaijan. Hello Mr. Ambassador, thank you for your time you're sharing with us.
Thank you for your comment.
My first question is, how would you describe the current relations between our countries and what are your expectations in this regard for this year?
Thank you for your comment here. Our bilateral relationship stands very good now. This year, the 25th anniversary of starting our diplomatic relationship. In the last 24 years, since we started our diplomatic relationship, we did really a lot in political and economic and cultural in every and all areas. But I think we should not be complacent with our achievement we have done. We must add our energy for our better future. In last 24 years, we had 3 state visits. Your President Ilham Aliyev visited South Korea, and also Korean President came here. I want to say it is very rare with Caucasian countries, other Caucasian countries. With Georgia and Armenia, we had no state visit yet. That means we are putting very high priority to the relationship between our two countries. And we have very close economic cooperation. As you know, many Korean businessmen are doing their business here. They were very successful, and also our trade is increasing very rapidly, and also many people are coming and going there between our two countries.
Last year, in an interview with CBC TV channel, you noted that the priority areas for the development between our countries in the next 2 years would be the e-government, the development of high-tech greenhouses complexes, and medical services. What has been done in these directions so far?
As I mentioned, we achieved a lot in economic relation. I think political relation is also important. But more important is substantial cooperation. I mean economic and cultural cooperation. So I put my focus on increasing our economic cooperation. As you mentioned, ICT, petrochemical, agriculture, and tourism, medical service, construction, transportation are very prospective cooperation areas between us. For ICT cooperation, I think we have a very rich potential for cooperation because our two countries enjoy very high development in the ICT industry. That means we have rich potential for cooperation. So last year I invited a high-ranking delegation here. They concluded an important MOU for ICT cooperation. And we also closely cooperating with other universities. I invited 2 Korean ICT experts. They are working in other universities, and they are very successful. And also, Baku city traffic control system. I think you experience it is our significant achievement in ICT area. And also, petrochemical industry is very important for our cooperation. Sungait, Samsung Engineering, is now building a fertilizer plant. It is also our common achievement, very important one. And I want to stress the importance of our cooperation in agriculture, because Azerbaijan is very rich in agriculture. Their products are really excellent in terms of their quality and price competitiveness. So when we add some more process on it, I think your products will secure very strong competitiveness in the world market. So I think in marketing and branding and designing, packing, sanitary processing, I think we can help each other.
Mr. Ambassador, if I can go more into details concerning the cooperation, we signed 2 MOU between our countries last year. And can you give us a little bit more details over the MOU concerning
e-government?
E-government. Yes, please.
Last year, I invited Korean Interior Minister, who is fully in charge of this matter in Korean government. And he met your Prime Minister and also Imam Karimov, the chairman of ASEAN Authority. And they discussed about the details of our cooperation. Thus, they concluded very important the MOU. The MOU say exchange of professionals in the field of ICT and exchange of ICT technologies, and especially in e-government area. So last year already, Imam Karimov, chairman of ASEAN, visited Korea to participate in e-government conference. And also many other people of ASEAN visited the port city of Busan in South Korea. And they discussed, they met a Korean counterpart, and they made progress in their exchange of sharing and exchange of our experience with each other.
You mentioned about very rich cooperation between other university and South Korea. Can you provide us with a little bit more details?
As I mentioned to you, I invited 2 renowned ICT experts from Korea. They were the manager of big ICT companies, but they retired. So they are fully capable to assist the development of your ICT industry. They are very actively working in other school, and also they are assisting the other schools' establishment of ICT department. Other universities now establishing an ICT department. So other president said several times to me that they are very helpful for him.
You also mentioned the topic concerning agriculture cooperation, and also about the very good quality of the food and the products Azerbaijan produce. How that sector is really interesting for Korean companies as well as for Korea itself.
Last month, I had a chance to visit Balakan region. I heard Balakan region is very rich with their harvest of persimmon. Recently, they imported a persimmon processor from Korea. I want to witness the site itself of processing persimmons with Korean persimmon processor. It was really impressive to me because I witnessed they doubled and tripled their productivity with Korean machine. Go there with the president of SOCAR on his helicopter, and Mr. Iman Kaimov, the chairman of ASEAN. It was a kind of project of ABAD project processed by ASEAN authority. I closely checked the quality and quality management and sanitary management of the persimmon processing factory. Their management was very tight and very clean. So I decided to find an importer, Korean importers of Azerbaijani persimmons. It is that I'm interested in half-dried persimmons produced by them. The persimmon is the half-dried persimmon, and the color is not black. It is golden, and it is really clean. So I think when we export Balakan persimmon to Korea, I think it will enjoy a high popularity. We have tradition for people to present gift to senior people or close friends every important holidays. I think the Balakan half-dried persimmon could be the best gift candidate for it.
Can we say that we have a good correlation in the topic you mentioned about the agriculture, as well as in the previous interview you told us that you, in the priority area of the development between our countries, is to build a greenhouse complex. Can we say that this is a good correlation between those two topics?
Yeah, of course, I think it is very important for our cooperation. Korean farmers enjoy very strong competitiveness in greenhouse farming. And also I found here your farmers also enjoying very effective greenhouse system. So I think we can exchange our experience, and also we exchange our technologies for it. Last year, I invited Korean expert for greenhouse farming. He was impressed with the high level of your greenhouse farming technologies. But I must confess to you that I could not accomplish it yet, any concrete outcome from it. But I will do my efforts to find more chances to cooperate with each other.
It's well known that South Korean medical services as well as facilities are top ranked in the world.
Why?
And you also mentioned in the previous interview that one of the interesting areas to develop relations between the businesses of our two countries is to embody that potential of South Korea in Azerbaijan. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, as I mentioned at our first meeting, Korean medical service is almost world number one in their service and also the price tag. So the Korean population is now enjoying the maximum longevity and health now. I would like to introduce the highly competitive Korean medical service system to this country. Of course, your medical system is also very good, but when we combine our technologies and our experience, I think we can benefit from each other. Last year, I invited senior Korean doctors. They are very well known in Korea. They came here to find an opportunity to cooperate with. And they met your Minister of Health and discussed how to cooperate. And they concluded an MOU. So since last year, we are making some progress in this area. My belief is that the most important thing in the development of medical service is capacity of medical doctors. So we can exchange our knowledges, our experience, and then we can increase our the skills and capacities of doctors.
Mr. Ambassador, a Korean company is currently building a plant for the production of mineral fertilizers in Sumgait. When that construction is expected to be completed?
Korean company is Samsung Engineering. As you know, Samsung Engineering is a world-based company. They are very trustworthy. They promised me to complete their work by the end of this year as scheduled. I think from next year, the plant will produce fertilizers. I hope that their production will suffice the needs of your farmers, and surplus of fertilizers produced there could be exported to many Central Asian countries and Russia and even China. And then I think it would be good base for your economic development in the future.
In general, Mr. Ambassador, what is the most attractive areas or fields for Korean companies in Azerbaijan in terms of investment and cooperation in general?
I think we can share our technologies, knowledges, and skills and experience in construction and agriculture, and also medical service and ICT. Because we have a very solid fundamental for cooperation with each other. Because I noticed your ICT industry is also very much advanced, much more than other CIS countries. So that means we have rich potential for the cooperation. And also tourism is the area which I put my first priority. Because we are Altaic language-speaking country, so we must deepen and widen our mutual understanding and our association, our communication between our peoples. Good news is that many Korean people are coming here. They are turning their eyes to the tourism in Azerbaijan. Recently, many Korean tourist companies are creating Caucasus package tourism packages. So many tourism experts say in the near future we can have doubled and tripled number of Korean tourists here. I value the increase of Korean tourists coming here because I believe with the coming of people and exchange of visit between foreign peoples, we can increase our mutual understanding. Thus, we contribute to peace and stability of the world. But our history is not long in our associating, communicating among peoples. I don't hurry with this, but the most important thing is we must increase it in a sustainable way. I think this year, next year, we'll see very significant outcome from it.
We are gradually coming to the topic, and now let's talk about Azeri-Korean Cultural Exchange Association. It's well known that every year Embassy conducts a lot of events. What will be the program for this year?
As I mentioned to you, this year is the 25th anniversary. That means it is a very important year this year. So we are preparing a lot of cultural events. Our traditional music concert here in close cooperation with SEBA. I would like to express my deepest and warmest appreciation to the contribution, remarkable contribution of SEBA in our cultural cooperation. And we have international archaeological symposium, and also Ambassadors Cup Taekwondo competition, and photo exhibition organized by a major Korean news agency. They are called Yonhap News Agency in cooperation with Azerbaijan News Agency. And K-pop competition and food exhibition, food festival. We have many events, but I will not introduce the traditional Korean music concert. I invited really best Korean traditional singer. She is An Suk-san. She is great national traditional singer. I can say she's almost number one in Korea. She come here with other almost 80 troop members. So I expect your music fans can enjoy a crème de la crème of Korean traditional music.
Great. So you mentioned that touristic area and the cooperation between our countries, as well as it's very attractable for Koreans to come to Azerbaijan. Any kind of memorandums of understanding, any documents are expected to be signed this year?
We have the agreement of cultural exchange. Based on it, we can develop our tourism, cooperation in tourism. But of course, we can detail our cooperation only for tourism. So I'm thinking about a special MOU for cooperation in tourism between our tourism authorities. But in these years, the most important thing is the development of attractive tour packages. I would like to stress again the importance of activities of tour companies. As I said to you, major Korean tour companies are starting paying great attention, interest in this area. So they are also thinking about launching charter direct charter flight. But I think it is very difficult at the moment because the possible passengers are standing only at 5,000. Isn't enough for their profitability. So we must increase them to at least 15,000. But in the near future, I'm sure that we reach the number.
As for the negotiations on direct Baku-Seoul-Baku flights, at what stage are the talks?
I try to persuade Azar to launch the direct flight, but they also think about their profitability. Of course, because they are a company, so they must always think about their profit from it. So there is no significant progress in the negotiation. But as I mentioned to you, I can witness a very rapid increase of the number of Korean tourists here. When we have 15,000, it is very profitable. So I think in 1 or 2 years, we can have it. 15,000 Korean tourists here. And then Korean tourists can come here at Baku, and they travel to Georgia, and they come back here and going back to their home. And then I think it's good business.
Mr. Ambassador, thank you very much for comprehensive replies. This was Chang Gyu, the Ambassador of the Republic of South Korea to Azerbaijan. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned.